Welcome, jewelers. Welcome all to another episode of the Jewelers Podcast, episode 14. I have my good friends Squanchy and Agentic State here today. How you fellas doing?
Doing good. Living that Puerto Rican life.
Doing well. It's still, hot as fuck here. Another 105 day, so
Yeah, Squanch
is what
seemed
it is.
Squanch
Yeah.
seemed to leave you in the heat, and he's living comfy down in Puerto Rico, which is
And
awesome.
now Daggs is leaving.
Yeah,
Daggs is not here today on the podcast. He's moving to Georgia.
correct.
So
I think
yeah,
so. Yeah.
yeah, he is moving to Georgia. So it's still gonna be warm there, but he's at least probably gonna get out of this triple digit nightmare that we have like almost every day. So
Yeah, for sure. You're
yeah.
gonna hold it down in Texas. Dags is out, so we wish him the best of the luck packing. Um, but it's us three today, and we're gonna get into some interesting stuff about DFK, how we're feeling, and just overall what the team is hoping to accomplish in the next few months. We'll kick it off here today with the most important thing I'd say going on in DFK. Currently, we are hoping to get parity between Serendale and CRYSTALVALE here, with the release most recently of questing, just fishing, and foraging. You have the Forester here, Forester Ivana, and the Fisher Mark, with mining and gardening to come soon, but not on the exact next priority list. We also have just most recently got Meditation Circle, so you can level up your heroes in Crystal Vale. Since last time, we've been able to bridge your heroes and your tokens, but more things are to come as far as like items and such. A lot of people want to craft, and the alchemist is coming down the road as well, so all that stuff is coming but slowly, which leads me to my first question here, guys. Are you satisfied with the pace at which they're getting to parity? I mean, in between questing and the meditation circle, it was fairly fast, but everything else, I mean, it's coming, but it's coming slowly. How do you guys feel so far?
Oh man, I have to agree with that. And I haven't even questioned my heroes since I moved to Puerto Rico, maybe once or twice. So it's been a month and a half. I've barely been even paying attention to DFK or crypto altogether. But the thing with it is, I know the team, me being nice, is like, okay, well, the team had a curveball thrown at them. They're trying to move this game off Harmony now, which I think they should have done a long time ago. And if you listen to this podcast, I've been, my biggest bone to pick with this project is that it was on Harmony. So that being said, no, yeah, I'm a little, and I was with some other friends. Not gonna drop any names in here, but we were watching some Cosmic Universe and Magic Universe, some of these other games, and I was like, dang, these other games are coming along nice. So it made me feel like, dang, DFK needs to pick it up a little bit here, and come up with something good. We need some gameplay. I said this earlier, and I know a lot of people agree, and I've been feeling this way. A lot of times, questing just feels like doing chores. You know, so takes too long to quest. I saw someone tweet earlier today, like, just give us teams. They want to buy more heroes, but they don't want to spend more time questing. So they're like, give us teams. Team one, I sign the contract and deploys them. They're all miners or gardeners or whatever, or fishers or forgers, and it just deploys them. That way you don't have to scroll and select your characters each time. And we're doing way too many clicks just to get through questing. So kind of disappointing there, too, because once he pointed that out, I'm like, how do they not already have that? You know?
Right.
So, but that's about where I'm at with it. And, not to get too negative here, but man, we really need something here to give us something to get excited about. Duels didn't do it.
Well, and I mean, speaking about duels, it's over hanging out on Serendale, and everybody's moving their heroes to Crystal Vale. And when they do,
Yep.
it's sounds like they're pretty official. If you can read in between the lines at the AMAs, that they're fairly certain that they're gonna move Serendale off of Harmony. There's a lot of things they're not happy about. We'll get in that a little bit, but yeah, where I am with this project is, man, I'm now granted I moved last week, but even the week up to that move, I was questing a lot less, and I haven't quested since I moved a week ago into my new place. I didn't move very far. I'm still in the DFW Metroplex, but uh, you know, it's just questing has gone down my priority list because it doesn't earn enough money anymore with how much everything's been devalued. It is not necessarily fun, and I would get up early in the mornings to quest. I try to get up, 5-10 minutes early, and I end up, getting transactions not going through on Harmony and everything. It ends up taking 15-20 minutes, and I don't have the time for that. I've got to, be at work. I exercise a lot. Like I have people that want to, see me. I just don't have time to spend 20 minutes trying to, submit quest through. Now, hopefully, questing in CV has been a lot smoother from what
Yeah,
I've
so
heard.
neither of you guys have quested in CV yet?
Not yet.
All right, because one thing
I
I'll
was,
say, man, is the main net over there is solid. Like it's fast. I mean, you just
mhm,
maybe watched me submit a duel, and I mean that was actually a
uh-huh,
quicker one than most recently. I personally have been questing. Harmony
mhm,
sucks, like you said. Like it just plain and
uh,
simple. They increased gas again.
yep.
It's
Yeah,
slow. Like
that's
that was one of the fastest ones I've seen in a while. But DFKChain is fairly fast. My heroes don't have a lot of stamina, but I'll show you one after this duel. But like you're 100% on point, both of you guys there. With first off, Harmony, they need to get off Harmony. Like unless there's a quicker fix or something that we can see some positivity coming out of Harmony. I mean, I see some chatter on Twitter, but I don't really follow a lot with what's going on. But it doesn't seem promising. But was there anything else? I'm sorry to cut you off there, Gentic. Was there anything else you
oh
wanted to
yeah,
say
no,
about that?
no, that's good insight. But yeah, it's like you heard it. If you've been listening to the last, few AMAs, you hear it. Like if you can read in between the lines here, like the team was not happy about Harmony raising the gas, because you're already accruing minimal rewards with how low the price is on everything, for your time it takes to quest on Harmony, which for some people is way unnecessarily long. So your investment of time is not even worth the rewards you're getting in questing. And this is supposed to be, play to earn.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are in this environment right now for DFK, if you are playing, and you're, committing your time to questing, you are probably losing money in reality with that time you're investing and how much you're reaping in rewards. So
Mm-hmm.
you're literally playing this for the love of the game more than anything at this point. Um, you know, I love the project, but it, it's got to get off Harmony, and they've got to find a way to raise the value here. And the team was extremely not. You could hear in their voice they were not happy about Harmony raising the gas. They're not happy about not getting the grant from Harmony, because then that ruined their grant program that they had in mind for builders. And I don't blame them for not being happy, because they were big. They are bigger than Harmony. They were over 90% of the transactions on Harmony. Like in Harmony, when they move off Harmony, it's, Evo versus already done it. They're on
Mm-hmm.
AVAX now. Uh, once DFK
Cosmic.
moves off Harmony, yeah, yep. So it's just, I think Harmony's, I think Harmony's done, and like and then, you know, we're gonna get into this in a bit, but uh, Dreamer has been talking about investors, right? Looking into getting into this game, investors investing in the project. And he said one of the problems they had, with investing, he was very upfront about this, is that fucking Horizon hack. And I mentioned this in the last podcast we did, which was a while ago, but granted, I said nobody's going to trust putting their money on a chain in which, hundreds of millions or 20 million, what was it? Was it a $200 million hack? I can't even remember.
I don't
Millions
either.
of
Something like that.
what's up? Yeah,
Millions, yeah.
yeah, yeah. 200 million. No, nobody with serious assets is gonna put their fucking money on a chain that that's gonna have a bridge hack. Like that's just reality. So if you want investment into this project, you've got to get it off this chain, and you got to get on with better security and better performance. Just nonetheless for smoother gameplay. We can't be spending 15, 20 minutes a day trying to quest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
that Teams thing that Squanch brings up is genius and seems like a
mhm.
very simple and great fix because questing is difficult and you brought up before the show. I can't remember if you mentioned it again, but the fact that a lot of people are collecting more heroes, Jewel is cheap,
Hmm.
so people who do believe in this game and do love the game, like you said, Agentic, are buying up heroes, and maybe not as much most recently after Harmony got hacked, but they were buying them up even when the price of Jewel was low. But it gets too difficult. I still have less than 20, but I have upped my hero amount a little bit, and it's still pretty annoying to quest in the morning, like especially on Harmony. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if you saw this quest on the mainnet, but it is pretty smooth. And of course, you're using Jewel, so I'm glad that we have this base for DFK's sake, that they have this base to support them because what's going on in Harmony is tragic, and they need to get off, plain and simple.
I
Um,
will say this, that Joel being used as gas has seemed to stabilize the price of Joel. Like
right.
you have not seen it fluctuate a whole lot. It's been between 14 and 16 cents. So I mean, some of the genius of this team from that they've implemented early on has kept this project afloat.
Hmm.
Like building this CV on another, or building CV on another chain, using Joel as gas. Like like I said, this team is incredibly talented,
Hmm.
and they're I love the work they've done, and they've done some genius things, but it's helping keep this thing alive. But the reality is that they've got to separate for Harmony, and I think they realize that, and they're working on that, and they're just
Hmm.
being diplomatic about it in the AMAs, of course. So
The one thing I wonder though, and would be so if they are looking for this new chain, and you mentioned partnership speculation and that Dreamer keeps bringing up, but if they are looking for this new chain, um, are they rushing? I mean, CV parity should be there in my opinion already. Also, it's a big priority, but are they rushing
yeah,
CV priority or parity? Excuse me. Because when they do onboard to a new chain, is it gonna be from the ground up again? Like, are they gonna have to build step by step by step, and bring that to parity, or can it be something where they unveil it all ready and set to go?
so
What?
this was a question actually on the one of the AMAs. Can't remember if it's one from a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but someone did ask about, how when how easy would it be to transfer Serendale into a new chain? And they mentioned that there was gonna have to be, coding to be done to do that. It was not gonna be a simple, overnight transfer, and especially depending on what chain, right? Like that's gonna also play a factor. So uh, they're not gonna have to build Serendale from the ground up. Like I don't believe that would be the case. But they would have to go in and alter coding, to be able to transfer it to what the level it is now. And I think that the CV parity, I'm really impressed by how fast they're getting everything on CV. No, when this team makes something a priority, they definitely get a pro, they produce. They
Yes.
definitely produce in that area, and getting questing on CV, and leveling up, and I'm sure more things are to come soon. It's all a sign that they want everybody to move all their stuff over here. Obviously, why they work on transferring Serendale somewhere else, because it's not going to be instant. Like, that's what they're doing here. Um, but yeah, I'm impressed so far with the pace that they're developing CV, and parity is and when they talk about parity, the way I see it is, does CV have everything that Serendale has? One for one. Is Crystal going to be near dual value, you know, 1 for 1. Like I think those two things are kind of encompassing when they talk about parity, and they are pushing that, and I think that's a smart move right now. Why they look to transfer Serendale. So
So what chain would you guys like to see Serendale on?
yeah, this is a jeweler question. Um,
Do we want to save it?
I would.
It's a pretty hot topic, I'd say,
yeah, we can go into it.
for sure. Start with Squanch.
Yeah, I would say, you know, it's I would choose AVAX, but they already put Crystal Van there. Excuse me, I should have muted myself there. But I was gonna say Crystal Vale, but you can't really put it on the same chain, right? As that. So I would gonna have to say, like at this point, I'd probably Matic or Polygon, right? But we'll see what they do. But Matic or Polygon is probably the most likely. I also wouldn't mind Immutable X. I've heard great things about them, and they sound really good. Optimism and Arbitrum, I think the fees would be too high, so I don't think that's an option. But definitely would like to see it on Polygon.
Yeah. I know that. Have you messed around on Polygon more recently, Squanch?
No, I didn't like it, and I don't like it, but I think it's still like that's what they're going to end up on, right? The question
Yeah.
was where are they going to end up, not what
Yeah.
I would
Like to
prefer them
see.
to end up on. Yeah.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, that's probably where I'd put my money as well. Um, Not that I think it's the best chain by any means, but I feel like they already have that connection with Polygon.
Yeah, it seems
It
like
should be
it.
better than Harmony.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Now, if we did flip it and say, where would you like it to be on? Um, what would you say? Start with you, Agentic.
I'd probably say Immutable X
Okay.
based off what I've heard and seen. And I haven't gone around and played on the chain yet, but there are a bunch of other games already existing there, and it seems to be running really good.
Yeah, you know, we had some people ask about certain chains in the Jewelers podcast topics. Binance chain was brought up. That's going to be a hell no for me, and I'm pretty sure Squanch is going to be a hell no for him. You're pretty much if you do that, you're making the game centralized. So, you know what people can claim all they want with Binance chain being blockchain and whatever, but it's all owned by one entity, so it's very centralized. Loopring would be interesting because Loopring uh, has the GameStop connection. That's GameStop is a big
Loopring
investor into
would
Loop.
be interesting.
And I've only heard good things about Loopring, so from people I trust in the space that like Loopring, so I would think that would be a real interesting play. Um, you know, people were talking about Immutable X. I don't know enough about Immutable X other than I know a lot of people like them from just looking at Twitter. I haven't played around in that environment at all. I would worry about security. Like we want. I don't know how new Immutable X is or how long it's been around. But if it's a newer chain, then it hasn't been tested, security wise. Like Polygon is been around a while. We kind of know that it's decently secured at least. Um, Loopring has been around a while, so I think those are probably the top two candidates right now, in my opinion. So, and I would honestly like to see it in Loopring because of the GameStop connection, and I think it could bring some opportunities to for Kingdom Studios possibly through that. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's my take, and hell no to Binance Smart Chain. If it goes on Binance Smart Chain, then I would be very disappointed. But
Same.
I don't think that's in the cards for them though. So
Yeah, so I would lean closer to Polygon. I've heard the best about Polygon, and it seems like they have the best relationship. Loopring, the one you guys bring up with the connection and the light that would come from the GameStop connection, that one would be pretty interesting. I'd be okay with that for sure. Um, but
Yeah.
now the partnership speculation you speak of, that Dreamer kept mentioning here in these recent AMAs. Is he speaking, do you think, just about blockchain companies, or do you think he's speaking more broadly about other games, or
Hmm.
did he go into that?
Yeah, so they have been in talks with like other gaming studios, I believe is what is what he said, and other and so one of the recent AMAs, he did mention that they were talking to not blockchain entities but gaming studios and investing in the game. Uh, Also, you know, we know he worked for Goldman Sachs, um, and he's got connections to just venture, venture capital firms. So maybe he's looking for just completely, just groups that want to invest in this. But I also think that he's definitely talked about chains. He mentioned that, when they're looking for a chain, they're looking for somebody that will see DFK as an asset to their chain, and they're willing to, invest in the project uh, of DFK when they bring it onto their chain. So I think all three of those are on the table. There was a video going around of Dreamer talking to Mr. Wonderful, from Shark Tank about DFK and showing him the game on his phone. So I think all three of those are on the table for them. But they do have to get investment in this game, external money, because there's the merch store's only going to float them for so long, as Squanch mentioned earlier before we started recording.
Yeah,
And
I
you
think
know,
everyone who's bought something from the merch store has they've already that's it. Like
right.
I don't think
And
there's no new buyers coming. Everyone who's gonna buy has already ordered something.
like this team has
That's how I feel.
got to know, like, wallet activity is down right now, questing's down right now. Like they see these numbers, and they win PvP, right? Like
yeah,
that's what people wanted from the start, and they're losing their audience, and they're letting other projects catch up or pass them up in some aspects. uh, Granted, you can argue that some of those projects don't have as great of artistic design, but that's not what everybody's about. It's a huge part of this game, and I love it, but at some point there has to be a play to earn aspect, and right now profession questing just doesn't provide that.
yeah.
So
It's not enough right now. And I feel like PvP, in all honesty, could solve a lot of that, but we do have different priorities now because of Harmony's,
yeah,
downfall, and I don't know how long it's gonna take for everything to be up to par. I think we have pets. Pets took a while. I don't know what there could have
hmm
been certain nuances with it that were difficult to implement, but it took a while. And
yeah, just think about the euphoric high and feel that everybody had around Perilous Journey time.
yeah,
You know, like, I mean, this project was on top of the world around that time. I mean, we were getting people who had such strong belief in this project that they were willing to throw thousands of dollars at risk of just being thrown away, for the hope that if their heroes came back, that they would be worth many more times than what before they sent them. Uh, and quite frankly, we it seems like we're a very, very, very long way from seeing the heroes that were sent from Perilous Journey being ever recouped in value if they made it over for all the other ones you've lost, right? Like, you took a huge L on Perilous Journey, and until Duels around 10, 11 bucks again, or Crystal, whichever one you were using, um and those heroes that they get special access to things that that have the perilous journey stamp. That until that that's people are gonna have a very sour taste in their mouth from that whole uh event.
It's been tough.
Yeah, I mean, it was really fucking awesome when it was going on and everybody was high on this game. But you look back at it now and you're like, damn.
Yeah, quite a big fall from where we were.
R.I.P. Wreck.
And then we had a really good another high there when Stevie was released. But then shortly after that was the the mining mining gate,
Yep.
gold mining gate.
A
So
lot of
then
bad
that's
in between the good lately, which kind
yeah.
of
Mhm.
shadows over. So, I mean, we'll see. We all got a pretty nice bit into this game, so if it comes back, I mean, I'm sure we'll be the first to be loving it and playing. Um, I hope eventually, I hope we can get to parity faster. That's really what I want, so we can prioritize PvP again, and I just want to see what this game could be once PvP comes. So, I mean, I doubt any of you guys are gonna sell at a loss as far as heroes go. Again, not financial advice on this channel, but most people who bought heroes in this game early are sadly at a loss because of where the price is. So that's just facts. But regardless, if you love the game and if you see the vision, you know it's still fairly cheap. So might as well hold on to those heroes, quest away if you possibly can. If you can bear to wait, it is quite a task nowadays for seemingly nothing back in return. But it is what it is. It's the state of the game, and it's kind of the state of crypto right now. So, um, but
Yeah.
enough of that. We can get into jewelers' questions here, unless you guys had anything else as far as partnerships go, or anything about a chain that we would like to see.
Yeah, we want to see them off Harmony, and hopefully this partnership is bullish as crap. So
Yeah, facts.
we'll see.
Yeah, Dreamer said, that their legal team's got a contract apparently for partnership and they're looking over it. So maybe
Yeah,
we get an announcement sooner than later.
yeah.
But
Hopefully.
yeah, it looks like we've only because we kind of answered the one other jeweler's question. It looks like we've got one other jeweler's question in here. Um, from Jay Crypto, pretty good question. He's like, what do you think gives DFK an advantage or makes DFK better than other GameFi projects? Why don't we start with you, Mega? Because I know you're involved in other GameFi projects, and we and Squanch are not. So
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, for me, the reason why I really still believe in this project is just the pace at which they put things out. I mean, lately it has been tough, but it is quite a task. I'd say to switch chains. Maybe it's not as easy as some may think. Some who aren't as patient. But I think they've been good, and the art and nostalgia factor is what got me into this, and that's also I think another thing that keeps me around. I love the idea of having a hero as an NFT. I love what they can do. The fact that they can go out and earn things and come back. That's pretty cool. I believe in what that could become one day. And PvP is really interesting to me also to build a team and kind of have a battler style turn-based system. That's pretty cool. I like that. But I don't know. I think a lot of what GameFi has turned into, a lot of those projects, if it doesn't actually feel like a game, people are shying away from it as of late. I mean, what got a lot of people in also was high APRs, and the play to earn aspect was actually very good. Maybe even with summoning and stuff like that. But when that kind of seems to fall off, maybe what we've seen recently, it becomes, what can I actually do? Can I play this as an actual game? Otherwise, this doesn't deserve my time.
yeah, I mean, that if if I wanted to play a game and not earn money, right? Like I can go get a video game console and play like some very high grade entertaining game.
Right.
Like obviously this is never going to be that because it's built on the blockchain, right? It's not going to be Halo Infinity or whatever, right? but it's the whole point is you can have fun while earning money, and that would be the attraction to playing it. It's not meant to compete with like games you buy on consoles that are not play to earn. So yeah, I would say this is what has attracted me to DFK and not really dipped my toe into any other GameFi games, is that the team, I think, has probably the most ambitious vision for a game, right? Multi-chain, multi-lands, quests in multiple areas, a large inventory list, like pets, uh, team dynamics, team metas, squad metas, mini games. Like, I don't think there's like even the games we were watching earlier today, me and Squanch, like they don't have that many things to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're pressing at least one of them. Evoverse apparently is, from what I've heard, not sure, not involved in this project at all, but they're supposed to release a beta for PvP on July 20th. They don't have a lot of these other bells and whistles that DFK has, like with mini games and pets and like profession questing and things like that. But uh, you know, they're going a different route. And they're developing PvP immediately, where DFK team has, like, they want to get the land set, they want to get the development of everything set, the eggs, inventory list, crafting, weapon crafting. They want all that set, it seems like, before they start PvP. And it's taking a long time to develop all that stuff. Like, it's super ambitious, very ambitious to do. Um, and they're talented, no doubt, building their own subnet, building the game on multi-chain. The art is incredible. Like, that the other two games that I looked at today, Cosmic Universe and Evoverse, like, their art style is not as cool. Like, it's not, but not to say it's bad. It's just I don't think it's as well designed artistically as DFK is so far. Not to say they can't, but anyway. Um, so that's why I stuck around in DFK. But as with a lot of people that are involved in this project, their patience is probably thinning. You know, so hopefully the team, will do something big to attract the attention of the users and players of the game. What do you think, Squanch?
Shoot, I mean, we just pointed out all the ways that it's not as good as other games. And it's hard to find where DefiKingdoms, like Mega said it earlier, a lot of games have now caught up and are passing DefiKingdoms. DefiKingdoms did have a big lead, and it seems like they've let other competitors catch up to them. And I think that the biggest downfall thus far has been all the time they've wasted on Harmony.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
dealing with their bowl, having to go through it and still almost have faith. A lot of the time they did have faith, and they still said this is our home. They helped us, from the ground up in a sense. Um, Gave us our now temporary home, but that kind of bit them in the butt when all the work they have done now kind of has to just jump ship and basically go where I feel like it should have been from the start, but that's doesn't really matter. Hindsight is 2020. But yeah, um, you know, I will agree with you, Agentic. The art is definitely better on this side. Like, I'm not diminishing anything Evo versus has done, but um, like, this is nostalgia for a lot of people. It just feels good. Like, I don't know, they did it right, and there is talent on this team. I hope for the best. I think we all do, and we're all still hoping for bullish outlook. But
Yeah.
tough
And
spot for sure.
even the NFT cards, like for the DFK,
Yeah.
they're so detailed and so well designed, and like that's not even something a lot of people even think about. But if you look at these other GameFi projects and their NFT cards, they're not near as fucking nice. Like,
Yeah,
I don't have near as much information on it. Like,
this
and
is sick.
that's huge. That's huge. That's a huge part of what makes this game, cool. So, just another thing to point out.
Hmm.
Uh,
I
but
do.
yeah,
Go on.
just throwing more money into this outside just the heroes I already have is right now. I just can't do it because there's other opportunities in crypto that are just they're more secure and they're more stable. But I still have my heroes in this game. I'm gonna get back to questing. I'm gonna move my heroes onto my non-hardware wallet because I just am having way too hard of a time questing from my laptop solely. I'm on the move way too much.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps me pick up questing faster again. Because man, when I had my heroes on on my non-hardware wallet, I was questing, religiously.
Hmm.
So
I will say to both you also, like, if you even just wanted to quest your foragers or fishers, DFKChain is pretty nice. It's more beneficial to us, I feel like, with the use of Duel, um, and it's much quicker. You guys do have a nice bit of heroes, though, so I still
mm,
understand the difficulty. That teams thing, we should utilize those Squanch, the community feedback site, and post that and see if other people agree. Because if we could put that to
Yeah,
light, and the upvote system is brilliant, so putting that on there, and if we do put something up, I'll put it in the bio down below here for you guys. But I did find
mm,
another jeweler's question here, just a quick answered one from Crunchwrap. Is there any benefit or difference in summoning on Crystal Vale other than it costs more? And that depends, Crunchwrap, on the price, of course. Crystal should typically be higher. And the exact number of Jewel and the number of Crystal is the same. And there's no other benefit that I know of that exists other than no, no. There's no other benefit other than it's on a better chain, I guess, as of now. But yeah, so technically it will cost more as long as Crystal costs more than Jewel. And unless you guys know anything else about that, I don't think there's a difference or a benefit.
yeah, I think you're correct on that. Well, Franz has a question. Not a serious one. Uh, don't know if you saw that one.
I did. That's
Good
awesome.
friends over at Boxside wanted me to choose between fuck Mary Kill Squanch Dags Mega. I'm not gonna answer that solely because Squanch is my brother. So
So you're leaving it to
so
me because there's only two brothers here. So now I'm gonna either get away with not answering it here or I'm gonna have to. So um, that's funny stuff though. But that's what we've reverted to here in DFK. Like I do appreciate the community for keeping everyone together. We're still hoping for the best, and it's a lot of bullshit going on, but good people like Franz there keep
so
everyone laughing.
reminds me, Franz wanted us to participate and advertise the Bogside chats. They're doing a DFK Fight Club tournament. Uh, so let me zoom this in here. He sent it to me on Twitter.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
doing a lot of good work with Fight Club.
yeah. So yeah, dude. As soon as the Fight Club released, Bogside chats were all over that.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't blame them for loving it. It's it has huge potential if they can get the animations down and all the other characters involved in it. Um, but it just shows like what a potential of what this game can be. Especially if you throw assets and development at what one guy has done with Fight Club.
Hmm.
Anyway, there is a link to the Discord for it's the first ever DefiKingdoms PvP tournament hosted by Bogside Chats. They have a DFK Fight Club Discord. We should link that in the video underneath, so that way people can participate if they want.
Most
Um,
definitely.
and they think they want the jewelers to join up. They are adding a 10 for 10 hero as a prize for the tournament, so
Ah.
pretty intriguing prize
Do
for
you have a
those.
date?
Uh, let's see. They have 8 people in the tournament as of 2 days ago, and they're trying to get to 16.
Okay.
So I feel like you know, I don't know. Have you done fight? Have you played Fight Club yet, Mega?
I have not fully gone through a
'Cause
game.
it's
I've
third
watched it,
party.
and
Yeah.
it's really cool. And I mean, there's nothing. I mean, I do. It's all in the server, so there's nothing really that I don't trust. And I believe you just send a transaction over. But I just haven't played it yet. Maybe I'll give it a try. And that does sound like a really fun tournament and an awesome prize. So
I wonder if Daggs has played, because he definitely seems like someone that would want to be involved in this tournament for sure. And I would. It would be cool if he would represent the jewelers in the tournament, or if we have any other jeweler contestant that would like to represent the jeweler clan
for sure.
guild.
Who's playing? Let us know.
We would love. Yeah, let us know who's signing up, and we will throw our support. Because we know we have some guild members that have some beastly heroes. So
Awesome, awesome. Love those dudes over there. Seems like I don't know if I hope Squanchy didn't have anything too important to say. It seems his audio is messing up a little bit. He mentioned in the Discord. So, but that's about it. Unless you had any other final topics, Agentic.
nope, I think that sums it up. It's not too heavy of a podcast. Everybody knows kind of what's going on in DFK, and the challenges it faces, and hopefully there's good news to come
Frisky,
in the near
save
future
us.
here. That's all we can hope for. What did he say?
Frisky, save us.
Save Frisky, save it.
Oh my gosh.
Bullish.
Bullish. Should we end it like
Bullish.
they're Oh my god. Yeah, but seriously.
That's starting to get annoying with how.
Yeah, it's
Like,
tough to hear. I respect that they've been doing it all
Yeah.
along, but the AMAs
Yeah.
I get to listen to and I hear that I'm like, oh my gosh, like come on,
Yeah.
like let's get some PvP out here. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. But that's about it, guys. Here for the 14th episode of the Jewelers Podcast. As always, I have Squanchy and Agentic State. My name is Mega. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, we'll see ya.
Peace.